Thanks for joining us for the 2025 Front Door Virtual Lottery. I'm Steve Erickson, along with Kristen DeGran, who is the city's Housing Programs Coordinator. Here we are again.
Yes, here we are. And we apologize for the delay.
Yes.
Some technical
We had a little
difficulties.
slight delay. We're having an issue. It seems to always be an issue with getting live on Facebook and sending our feed to Facebook. So we apologize for that, but you can watch us on YouTube and also CTN channel 799 rather on Xfinity Cable. So we've pasted that link at the top of our Facebook page. So again, you can watch the drawing there. You can also watch it on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
So here we are doing
Yes.
this once again. This is our 7th year.
Right.
And this program has really taken off over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredibly popular. I think it somewhat surprises us every year that we continue to get so many applications. And in fact, this year was one of our top years. Like you said, it's our 7th year, and it's either the top year or maybe second to top in terms of the numbers of applications. So it's great to see so many homeowners wanting to do those exterior improvements.
Yeah, obviously word of mouth getting out. People see the signs in people's yard as they're doing the project. So people really get into that. Tonight, we're going to be a little different. We're going to draw actually 110 addresses, which is a little more than last year, correct?
Yes, and last year we did 105. Last year was the first year that we went away with doing the wait list. We just activated everybody right from the start, but we did 105. But this year we're just gonna add some more so that more people can do projects. So 110 is what we're gonna be pulling tonight.
All right, because we're finding out not everybody completes the project, correct?
Yeah, there's always some people that for whatever reason, need to withdraw from the program. The timing isn't right. They don't have funds for their matching portion, whatever the case may be. Or they find out that the projects are a little bit more expensive than what they had anticipated. And that happens. So we just want to make sure we maximize and do as many grants as we can.
All right. Well, don't start your project quite yet if you hear your address here today, because there are steps that you do need to follow, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And they'll be all notified from the city.
Yes, well, and I think we'll talk more about that later, but yes, so for tonight's purposes, we had 366 applications, and so 110, that's somewhere between like a 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 chance of getting selected, so,
Cross your fingers.
Good luck to everybody.
Toes and everything else.
Yep.
All right, well, we want to show a couple before and after pictures because it's always amazing to see kind of the work that's done. Our first example here that's going to come up was a covered porch siding and stone that was redone, correct?
Yes, this was a really amazing before and after. It's very impressive because as you can see, the before, the homeowners had to walk directly into their house, just right into the living space. And they really wanted to create more of a transitional space and create, I mean, who doesn't like to sit outside when you can,
Yep.
in the Minnesota summers? So here's the after, where they really use those really nice bulky architectural columns. The front porch is huge, and it's really just an addition of their living space. But it really turned out nice while also creating a lot of curb appeal.
Yeah, that's great. And the other example we have is someone who redid their patio.
Yes, so as you can see here, the patio is just, kind of like do-it-yourself pavers where you just put those 12 by 12 pavers down on the ground, and they decided instead to put the really nice stone pavers, and it really made a big impact and is beautiful.
Yeah.
Looks a lot more finished.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good job to them. So without much further ado, we do
Right.
want to get into start drawing some names because like we said, we're a little delayed here
Yes.
being able to not get on Facebook. But again, we are on YouTube. CTN Coon Rapids is that. Joining us now, we have our two volunteers back again this year. Mike Gazelka, correct, and Al Hamill. So
Yes.
thank you, gentlemen, for being the trusty folks that pull out all the addresses tonight. And at this point, we want to talk about there is no wait list, correct?
Right, yeah, like I said, this is the second year that we're not doing a wait list. We're just activating more people right from the start. So it gives everyone the full opportunity of the full season to do their work. So we're activating everybody today or tomorrow, and then they have, through the end of the year essentially to get the work done. So it just gives more people more time to get their bids, to get their projects done.
All right, well, without much further ado, let's get into drawing. Let's draw the first 20 addresses for this year's front door lottery.
The first 20.
Yep. And for everyone at home, they have been fully trained to pull these names.
This barrel is new, right? This is the second year we've used it.
Yes, yes.
The first address is 12413 J Street.
The second one is 12010 Juniper Street.
Then we have 13165 Marigold Street.
The next one is 1741 129th Lane.
Three two nine Egret Boulevard.
One 12028 Poppy Street.
We'll dig a little deeper in here now. 291 123rd Lane.
Next one is 10031 Sycamore Street.
The next address is 3269 125th Lane. 129th Lane, sorry.
Uh-oh.
They already started, the one on 125th,
Yeah.
it's already started building. so.
Right.
Okay, 3381 132nd Lane.
Three oh one 110th Avenue.
One 10574 Bluebird Street.
Oh, gosh. 8339 Mississippi Boulevard.
Okay, the next one is 11610 Juniper Street. Second one.
10451 Avocet Street.
Okay, the next one is 11530 Yukon Street.
3358 118th Lane. And who's this taking? Who's taking?
What's that?
We haven't introduced.
She's fine.
She's a little camera shy.
We gotta do it.
So we have 3 more left, it looks like, in this round.
Yeah.
1350 97th Avenue.
Okay, we have 2 more, I believe, for the first 20.
12074 Butternut Street.
2682 130th Circle.
Okay, 1 more for the first 20.
Oh,
That was it. I
Oh, was
think.
that
Yep,
it?
Yep.
Oh,
that's 20.
I can't count.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll be coming back to you shortly to do 20 more. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit more about the Front Door Grant Program. This started in 2019.
Yes, 2019 was our first year of the program. It was a pilot project. We had no idea what the response was going to be, so we just had a small pool of money. We did first come, first serve, and it was insane. People were like lining up that first morning outside the doors of City Hall. So we're like, okay, we can't do it that way. And we added more money, and then we've made it an annual program, so yeah.
Yeah, so the overview of the program, this is basically for exterior projects only, correct?
Yes, the Front Door Grant Program is a curb appeal program. It's for exterior improvements only. So the grants go anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. And the intention of the program is that the grant will pay for a portion of the cost of the project. So there is, homeowners do have to contribute some of their own funds. So the grants themselves are depending on what project type. We have like what we call a basics category, which is windows, roofing, siding, those types of things. They're eligible for a 15% grant. Okay. So if you have a $10,000 project, you'd be able to get a $1,500 grant for that. And then anything from what we call the beautification category would be eligible for a 25% grant. And those are things that are, in most people's eyes, a little bit more interesting. Like, well, actually, driveways is the most popular project that goes through this program. So driveways, garage doors, front doors, landscaping, columns by the front door, shutters, window boxes, mailboxes, a variety of things. But those are eligible for a 25% grant. So again, anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 is the grant amount, but there is the homeowner, part of it too. So there has to be, they have an investment in it, and the city does as well.
All right. So I imagine we have some people watching tonight interested in seeing if their name and address is drawn here. But anybody that entered this, again, we said there was about 366 applicants. All of the applicants will be notified correct by email.
Yes, so tomorrow morning, we'll be entering everything into our system, and emails will go out either tomorrow or on Friday to notify everyone if they were selected or if they were not selected. So, regardless of if they're watching tonight or not, they will get an email, and then we will also be sending letters in the U.S. mail to everybody within the next 2 days as well. Okay. So, some people aren't as good about checking their mailboxes, their actual mailboxes. Some people aren't as good about checking their email boxes, but we just want to make sure everybody has the information as quickly as possible.
Okay, and then will that include information on next steps for winners, or what?
Yes,
what is the bidding process?
Absolutely. So the letters that do go out, or the emails that do go out, will have information about what the next steps are. Okay. And for those that are selected, it means starting to get your contractor bids or putting together your material lists if you're going to be doing the work yourself. Okay. And it also has information about, for the people who are not selected, we do provide information about other home improvement programs available that the city has that we'll go into later, and also about the home show that is this Saturday. And I know we're going to talk about that later as well.
March 8th, yeah.
So there is a lot of information that's included.
All right, but the thing tonight people want to hear are their addresses, right?
Right.
So without any more further ado for that, let's go on to our next 20. Gotta shake it up, mix it up.
Make sure it's equal opportunity.
Yeah.
1195 119th Avenue.
400 Sand Creek Drive.
11671 Large Street.
11563 Zion Street.
11710 Cary Street.
2847 115th Lane.
11421 Heather Street.
1501 103rd Avenue.
The next address is 9819 Magnolia Street.
3019 114th Lane.
12415 Hummingbird Street.
344 111th Avenue.
12316 Lily Street.
2065 121st Lane.
10425 Ibis Street.
2941 109th Avenue.
12368 Yucca Street.
10330 Sycamore Street.
All right, two more in this, this group.
The next lucky number is 11405 John Quill Street.
10755 Kildare Street.
All right, nope, I
Nope,
think
we're
that's
done.
it.
Right, yeah.
Yep, that's it.
All right,
Well,
we're not-
oh, that's it for this 20.
Yes, we're up to 40 now, and we're
Right.
going to do 110. So if we can do the math, there's still about 70 left,
Right,
right?
yep.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for drawing more names here. Thank you here. If you're just joining us, this is the 2025 virtual lottery for the City of Coon Rapids Front Door program. I'm Steve Erickson, along with Housing Programs Coordinator Kristen DeGrand with the city. So far, we've gotten the 40. We got more to come.
Right, absolutely.
And right now, we have a few more examples of some of the projects people have done in the past with the grant money they received.
Yes.
This next example we're going to see is columns with stone, correct? And this one looked great after it was done.
Yeah, this was a fun one because the homeowners had already done their siding, which looks great, but they wanted to update with bulkier, again, more architectural columns with the stonework, and they actually updated the stone on the house as well. So, and obviously the new columns have the new stone, but it made such a huge difference, and it really just added a little bit more balance, I think, to the house, to the outside, and just really modernized it, made it look like a more recent build. So it really had a huge impact, just bulking up those columns and updating the stonework.
All right, and the next example, you alluded to it earlier, this is the most popular project.
Yes, driveways. Driveways, of course, I mean, when we started the program, we weren't to know what kind of projects people would do and whatnot, but driveways is the most popular project. So this is the before, and then now they decided to tear out the old asphalt and put in a nice concrete driveway. So it just, especially with the going from asphalt to concrete, just really brightens it up. Obviously, concrete also lasts a lot longer, less maintenance, and it just looks really nice.
All right, and our last example here is something you might not think of, but it is part of this program as well, right? Landscaping.
Yes, so landscaping is just really, I think, one of those easier projects to do oftentimes, but it makes such a huge impact. So the before and after here, the house before didn't have any landscaping to speak of. The grass just went up, right up to the house, but with a nice landscaping bed, some shrubs, some flowers, some annuals or perennials. I think there's a stone and a big rock in there.
Yeah.
Just really just kind of softens up the front of the house where it's not just so like bleak where it goes right from the grass to the house. It just again softens that edge.
All right. Good job on all those projects. All right, we're back to drawing some more numbers. This will be numbers 41 through 60. So gentlemen, take it away.
This is the drum roll here.
A lot of pressure.
The address is 2220 111th Lane.
11402 Dogwood Street.
Two three five seven 106th Avenue.
1791 102nd Circle.
3376 116th Avenue.
Geez, sticking together. 2128 130th Lane.
11987 9th Avenue.
11805 Dogwood Street.
4153 119th Avenue.
Hey, Mike, do you want to knock the ones off that are on that bar in the middle?
Oh, yeah.
The ones that are hanging.
Yeah.
There's one over here in the corner too.
Yeah, one in the corner up here.
Up on the top left.
Oh,
There you go. Thanks, Al.
Hanging chads, son. 1785 131st Lane.
10332 Xavis Street.
962 122nd Lane.
'The next address is 10674 Killdeer Street.
3680 124th Circle.
'The next address is 11990 Kumquat Street.
2908 109th Avenue.
Another Dogwood Street. 10189 Dogwood Street.
11570 Cary Street.
We got two
Two
more,
more.
correct?
Two
Yeah.
more.
Two more.
Yeah, one each.
The next lucky address is 2047 122nd Avenue.
11434 Zavis Street.
All right. And you're up to 60.
Yep.
That was our 60th here. So we're just over halfway through. We're drawing 110 addresses for the Front Door Grant Program for this year. Thank you. We'll be back to you guys again shortly here. We have a fun event coming up this weekend that we want to talk about, and it's actually celebrating its 25th anniversary this year.
Right. Yes, we have the 25th annual North Suburban Home Show, and it's this Saturday. It's not by accident that we have this lottery always on the Wednesday before the home show. But yeah, so it's the 25th year. And it's the cities of Andover, Anoka, Coon Rapids collectively work together to plan this event every year. It takes place at the Andover Community Center at 152nd and Hanson, up where at the YMCA. It runs from 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. And we actually sold out of our vendor booths much earlier than we normally do. So a lot of vendors, a lot of contractors very interested in participating. We have over 100 vendors and also representatives from different city departments and landscapers and a variety of different people that all are in the home improvement industry. But it's a great opportunity for people who are selected tonight through the lottery, but also maybe homeowners that are not selected tonight but still want to do their projects anyway, to go to the home show on Saturday, to start talking with contractors. It's a really great opportunity to talk face-to-face with contractors versus trying to call them, trying to get, connect with people over the phone or, online. But it's a great opportunity to talk with contractors. It's free of charge. There's no cost for entry into the home show. We're going to have a seminar that's being led by one of the architects. And then it's about remodeling and kind of like, different pieces of remodeling for people who are not very familiar with the remodeling process. We also have Ask the Architect booth, where people can have free 20-minute consultations with an architect, just directly one-on-one.
That's very valuable, it sounds like.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's very popular. People can sign up online ahead of time, or for any opportunities, if we have any open time slots, you can apply or sign up the day of. So we have door prizes, we have kid events. It's just a great event.
Yeah, it's grown into a big thing. Lots of folks, hundreds of folks get out there each year. So
Yes.
head out to the Andover YMCA on Saturday, March 8th.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to go head back to our drawing now because we
Okay.
want to draw our next 20 winners for the front door program.
Ooh, look at there.
You got a
Yeah,
hanger
but
again.
really.
Yeah.
We got another hanger?
Yep.
I'll grab the hanger if you don't.
Oh, look at there.
There you go.
This
Hanger.
one's the hanging one.
11916 Olive Street.
.605 Egret Boulevard.
'59 104th Lane.
.11859 Silver Rod Street.
Two 102nd Avenue.
11009 Eagle Street.
Oh, gosh, another kumquat. 12090 Kumquat Street.
Exactly.
What is a kumquat? 2042 108th Lane.
One 2982 Ibis Street.
11948 El Dorado Street.
One 120th Lane.
1754 128th Avenue.
Go down. We'll
Dig deep.
Go right to the bottom.
Yep, dig deep.
1271 109th Avenue.
Nine forty eight 118th Lane.
8702 Norway Street.
I have one.
3543 121st Avenue.
11270 Quinn Street, 11270 Quinn Street.
All right, three
more
more?
now.
Okay.
12398 Norway Street.
2317 128th Avenue.
All right, we have one more to go this round.
Okay, 2173 105th Lane.
All right.
There we go. We're up to 80 now.
Whew.
80 addresses has been called. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll be back to you for our final round coming up here. We did have a question if the list would be announced. We don't publish that. Folks that do win here will be notified. However, this is on YouTube, so you can go to the CTN Coon Rapids YouTube channel and re-watch the broadcast if you want and listen for all those addresses.
You know, it's pretty exciting just to listen to the list over and over. But if you want to, you can go to YouTube and continue to listen for your address. But yes, we don't post or advertise the list itself
Yeah.
on a document or on a, on the website or
which
whatnot.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations to all our winners so far. Again, we've drawn 80. Previously, this is where we would have stopped up until last year. Last year is when you started activating the wait list, where we did an extra 25 and we activated those right away. And this year, we're actually going up another 5. So there'll be 30 more drawn and all of them will be activated right away, correct?
Yes, yep. So everybody who is selected tonight is considered active right from the get-go. So if your address is being called tonight during the lottery, then you are selected to go through the process to get a grant. But yes, then you just make sure that you pay attention to the instructions, the letter that you get, the email that you receive that will give you directions as to what you need to do before you start work. Don't start work yet. So you need to get your contractor estimates, you need to get any permits if permits are needed, and then you need to sign a grant agreement with me that we use DocuSign for. So it's really easy. And then once that's signed, then you're good to go. Then you can get started on your projects, and then I'll work with you on the back end once the work is done to get the grant dispersed to you.
Okay.
But like I said, everybody will be receiving their information through US mail as well as an email within the next 2 days. So you'll have clear information as to whether or not you were selected, and so the steps if you are selected, and other resources, other programs that we do have available if you were not selected.
All right. This is a program you started 7 years ago here in Coon Rapids, and
Yes.
I got to tell you, I keep seeing this red door. Might be a different color in some other communities, but I'm seeing this around in a lot of other communities now. So this must be a
Yes.
pretty successful program.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. I mean, that's what, I'm not very good at remembering the different sayings, but, we'll pat ourselves on the back by creating this program because several other cities have replicated the program. Yeah. I know Andover, Blaine, Anoka, Fridley, New Hope was looking at it. I don't remember if they've done theirs yet or not. I think even down in like Savage or Shakopee. But yeah, many other communities have also replicated this program because it is such a great program. And when you're improving the exterior of your home, so many other people get to benefit from that. It's not just you benefiting, like versus like if you're remodeling your kitchen or something. That's great for you and all your family and friends that get to come in and see your kitchen, but your neighbors don't necessarily get to see it all the time. But the front door grant program increases curb appeal. And when you increase curb appeal, everyone walking by sees it, everyone driving by sees it, other people that live on the block see it.
Yeah.
And it really creates a lot of energy.
Yeah, and I think it inspires them maybe to look at their own project and do something to their house.
Absolutely.
All right. So over the years, the city's awarded 444 grants, totaling $1.3 million. And you're saying that leverage is about $7.2 million in improvements because obviously they have to pay the bulk of the cost, correct?
Right. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, the grant will only pay between 15 to 25% of the cost of the project. And so, homeowners have their own investment, whether they, take from savings or take a loan out from their bank or from one of the city loan programs. But so yes, for some reason, I don't know, it just coincidentally 444 is the number. It's kind of a fun number. But yes, over the last 6 years that we've done the program, 444 recipients that actually went through and got the grant, did their projects, got their grant. But $1.3 million worth of grant money that went out. but it did leverage the $7.2 million worth of improvements, like you mentioned. So it's just a great investment in our community, because obviously, Coon Rapids is a mostly built-out community. Our housing continues to age, so we need to continue to make, to incent people to continue to invest, and just kind of, maintain our housing values, make Coon Rapids continue to be a desirable place to live and to move to. So it's a great program.
All right. Well, congratulations to all our winners so far. If you have not heard your address yet, coming up now is probably the most important part of the show, because this will be our last segment for a drawing, and you're actually picking out 30 right now, right?
Correct, yes.
All right, gentlemen, 30, and you have some hanging ones again.
Yep.
Ooh, over there.
That'll be the first one.
Okay.
No, second.
See if it'll be Kumquat Street. No.
Oh,
9940 Magnolia Street.
there we go.
12069 Evergreen Street.
Two four three eight 132nd Avenue.
2275 127th Lane. Only one, Al. Only one.
It's so exciting, I'm sure.
9836 Ilex Street.
Oh. 11716 Crocus Street.
Oh, Bluebird again. 10609 Bluebird Street.
2746 131st Lane.
One, two, three, five, six Lily Street. That's the second Lily Street. That's just a little street section too.
I like how Al's on top of this.
Yeah.
I can't, like, all the street names, I just
No.
blur together.
Al knows the city.
Well, that's over at Crooked Lake, along Crooked Lake.
11410 Gladiola Street.
12708 Uplander Street.
908 104th Avenue.
It's 2071 122nd Avenue.
One 10814 Thrush Street.
See if we can get another Kumquat Street. 2733 107th Lane.
One 120th Avenue.
2940 122nd Avenue.
Halfway there.
1163 120th Lane.
Do you want to try maybe spinning it another time?
Sure.
221 110th Lane.
This is the most fun part. doing it.
Shuffle it up.
I want to say B29 or something.
Yeah. Bingo.
3236 129th Lane.
All right, we're down to 10.
8320 Redwood Street.
10972 Swallow Street.
13141 Osage Street.
Thirty thirteen 121st Avenue.
Oh. 682 121st Street, says Street Lane, 121st Lane, I guess.
All right, 5 more left.
Okay. 909 118th Lane.
Oh, here's another good one, though. 11619 Narcissus Street.
Well,
Is
this
it a
one-
good one because it's fun to say, or what makes it good?
Well, this one's pretty good. 12640 Hummingbird Street.
There's 2 left, correct?
Yep.
2? Okay. 1623 131st Avenue.
Okay, I'll mix it up.
Okay.
The last one.
Woo!
And the last one is 830 117th Lane.
All right, there we have our 110th drawing address for the night. Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate that. I do believe that all of our streets, I don't know, but birds and trees is what they're named
Oh,
after.
no, there's others.
Is there more than that?
There's
It's
flowers.
birds, trees, flowers,
Flowers.
and then there's
Indian.
Indian
tribes.
Okay.
references.
Indian
yeah.
tribes,
And
yep.
of course, numbers.
And numbers,
Can't
yeah.
forget that.
No.
All right, thank you guys. Let's move into here now. Basically, we've drawn our 110 names, and again, if you're watching, this is the most that we've drawn and activated at once. Had about 366 applicants this year, so about a 1 in 3 chance of having your address drawn here tonight, correct?
Correct, yes. It was a big year, a lot of applications.
Yeah. All right, so for folks that maybe didn't get drawn tonight, the city does have various other housing programs they can utilize, correct?
Yes, so the city does have other home improvement programs available. Sorry, we're having
They're
some.
on your screen right now.
Yes, so we do have low interest loans that are available. You can use these loans for any type of improvement, whether it's interior or exterior, but the interest rates are either at 3% or 5% interest.
Which is pretty good right now.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And that the interest rate is dependent on a person's income. So, but there is no income limit, so that's great. Anybody who's interested to get a loan would get either the 3 or the 5% interest. We also have deferred financing, and what deferred financing is a deferred loan with no monthly payments until you sell the house. So the payments are deferred. It's a 0% loan, again, deferred until the house sells, whenever that may be, whether it's a year down the road or 20 years down the road.
Okay.
And then, but you do have to be under a certain income to be eligible for that loan program. We also have down payment assistance for those people looking to buy a house, their first house in the city of Coon Rapids, of course. We also have emergency funding. If someone has a really urgent project, like a furnace goes out, but they can't qualify for any of the other programs. We also have a very popular program called Home for Generations, and that's a program for people who are doing large interior remodeling projects. So if you have a project like a full kitchen remodel, a full bathroom remodel, a basement finish, a room addition, just really big projects, they'd be eligible to apply for that program. It offers grants, rebates on the building, grants for the project, rebates on the building permits, a meeting with an architect at their house, and also the financing as well. The financing is optional, so everybody who does go through the program who has an eligible project would be eligible for the grant and the rebate. Through that program, you do need to have a project, not only a full room remodel, but it has to be $35,000 or more for the value of that project. But it's very popular, and every year we do a home remodeling tour to showcase some of the projects that come through that program, and so that's a great way of people being able to go in and tour other recent remodels and kind of just see firsthand about those projects.
Yeah, and that'll be coming up in May for this year,
Yes,
right?
yeah, middle of May.
Okay.
And then we also have a newer program called Green Homes. Green Homes, it's not a program that I oversee, but it's a great rebate program for energy-related improvements to a home, and it also offers subsidized energy audits as well.
Okay. Of course, you have a robust page on our website at coonrapidsmn.gov where you can find details on all these programs in addition to the Front Door program. If you didn't know, this opens each year. I imagine we'll be doing this again next year with its popularity.
Yes, and I know that there are people that do reapply, multiple years before
yeah.
they are selected, and for that I apologize, but that's just how it happens when we have such an interest. We have so many applications, we can't fund them all. But yes, we continue, at least right now, the intention is to continue to offer the program as long as we're able and as long as the interest continues to be so high.
All right. Anyone that did apply this year, the 300 or so folks that did, will be getting letters in the mail along with an email, correct, about next steps?
Yes, absolutely. As mentioned, we do send an email out to everybody who did apply, whether they were selected in the lottery or not selected in the lottery, with information about either next steps or other resources that are available, and as well, again, continuing to promote the home show that's going to be taking place on Saturday, because there's a lot of resources there. I'll be there. Building inspectors will be there. Contractors, architects, landscapers, whatnot. But yes, emails will be sent out in the next 2 days. Letters will be going in the U.S. mail within the next 2 days. Everybody who did apply will get information or notification about how tonight's lottery went.
All right, great. Well, thank you for being here tonight and giving us more information on the program. Mike and Al, we appreciate your assistance here tonight and spinning the drum and pulling out the addresses. We really do appreciate it. And we thank everybody at home for watching again. And like Kristen said, don't forget to go out to the home show here on Saturday, March 8th at the Andover Community Center from 8 to 2. Lots of good information out there. All right, thanks again. Thank you at home, and we'll see you, I guess, at the home show or next year right here.